Hello, welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel and please like my videos. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you all how Pragya finally realized that Abhi has been innocent since 2 years ago and it was Aliyah and Tanu that planned her accident. Please continue watching to find out. The episode starts with Pragya telling Prachi that she did not go to meet the Mera family because she thought that she would break and fall down. She says that she wanted to become strong, but now she is broken from within. Prachi says that when one gets hurt, then they feel the pain. She says if anyone thinks that her love attempted to kill her, Pragya says that it happened. Prachi says that there is a difference and says that people hears their heart as there is another word of it. She says, when I asked you to call my father to you, you heard your heart and called him to your place. Else, why would you save him? Prachi says, when you were gone, father searched for you everywhere madly and he was broken when he couldn't find you. Prachi says that he felt that you both got separated because of me and that is why he broke relationship with me, but I couldn't break my relation with him and I used to go to his house secretly to see him. She says he suffered biggest losses in business due to Aliyah and Tanu and she says that he shifted to the church then. Prachi says father and I searched for you everywhere and he used to go to the police station to inquire about you and he was hopeful that you are alive. She says he was broken and he drank so much wine so that he can die. She says the person who wanted to kill himself in your memory, then why will he attempt to kill you? Prachi says I am not saying that you are saying wrong. Someone might have failed your car brakes, but this cannot be done by my father. Pragya says he himself told me. Prachi says maybe it is Aliyah and Tanu's trick. She asks her to remember and says that they wanted to separate you from him always. She says when everyone wanted you and father to get married, even Aliyah was with you, but suddenly father got married to Tanu. Prachi says I don't think Aliyah was on your side. Pragya remembered Aliyah getting her unconscious and getting Tanu married to Abhi. She remembers Aliyah's confession and tells Prachi that maybe her doubt is right. She says I came to know that Aliyah wanted him to marry Tanu. Prachi says whatever you thought was Aliyah and Tanu's mind and you were misguided. Pragya remembered challenging to expose Aliyah in front of Abhi and Aliyah asking her to be scared and stay in the house as a servant. Else Tanu and her will kick her out of her brother's life and you will not know what happened in your life, and when you come to know, you will know what has happened with you, but you will never come to know about the reality, and I will leave you at such a place and I will misguide you that you will never think to return. The flashback ends. Pragya asks the doctor if she can meet Abhi. Prachi asks Pragya to go and meet him. Aliyah tells Tanu that she will stop her until she is here and says you are slipping from my hand. Tanu asks her not to try to control her, like controlling Pragya, and says that I am Tanu and I am not Pragya and I will not bear this. Mitali says, why are you both talking about Pragya? Taiji asks them to divide the money equally. She asks her to keep 40% and give 20% to each of them. Mitali says Abhi is the son of the house. Tanu says I am his wife and the daughter-in-law of the Mera house. Aliyah says Pragya is the daughter-in-law of the house technically. Tanu says just for 6 months, I shall take a locker as I don't trust anyone. Mitali and Taiji look at the money box. Taiji says we shall keep it safely. Mitali says we shall open and take our shares. Grandma comes there and scolds them, asking them to decide on what they need, the money or the relationship. Taiji and Mitali again look at the box. Taiji asks Mitali to get the hammer. Mitali goes. Taiji thinks to start business and get rich like Pragya. Pragya comes inside the ward and looks at Abhi on the bed. She recalls his word. Abhi is still unconscious. Pragya recalls his word and cries, holding his hand. She apologizes to him and says, I am sorry. So you used to love me and I hate you. Pragya says, you searched for me for 2 years and I thought to take revenge from you. She says you wanted to hug me, but I pushed you away. She says I kept that Pragya from you, whom you loved, and I put the other Pragya in front of you. She says I don't know if it was right or wrong. Prachi made me understand now. The person who saved me many times, how can he attempt to kill me? Pragya says my heart is saying that Prachi is right. She says I brought you to the hospital and the same Pragya will stay with you, whom you were searching for, and I will not let any misunderstanding come between us. She hugs him. Prachi looks at them and smiles. Prachi calls Rambro. Rambro says he is still at home and he asks how is Chief. Prachi says he is fine. He asks her to meet Chief and says I will come there and pick you. Prachi says I will not meet my father as he gets upset seeing me. She says, today, I came to know one thing and says we thought that my mother did not meet us after our accident, but my mother thinks that my father attempted to kill her. Rambro says, how can she think like this? Prachi says, mother was misguided. I told her that my father searched for her everywhere madly. Ria hears them. She says, mother understood that Tanu and Aliyah are behind it. Rambro asks, did she forgive Chief? Prachi says she gave him the benefit of doubt, and very soon they would unite, and she cannot hate her father. Prachi says, I saw her holding his hand and she said whatever was between them was a misunderstanding. Ria gets shocked. Prachi says, my father and my mother will unite. Rambro says, this happened due to you. Ria thinks that Prachi wants to unite mom and dad. Rambro asks Prachi to come home and says that he will tell her something when she comes home. Sushma asks Prachi to go home. Ria thinks that they were separated due to Prachi. Then how can they unite due to her? Sushma tells Prachi that she is with Pragya and she asks her to go. Rambro comes out of his room and sees Ria standing. Ria acted and says that something bites her on her neck. Rambro checks Ria and says that there is nothing there. Ria owes Rambro. Siddharth looks at them and gets doubtful. Sushma tells Prachi that Pragya is peaceful now and she can sleep peacefully now. Prachi thanks her for being with her always. Sushma says just like she doesn't leave you, I am with her. She asks her to bring Ria sometimes. Prachi says that she will bring her soon. Siddharth asks what is happening here. Rambro turns to Siddharth. Ria says I think something bit me and it was paining. Rambro says it might be a mosquito and flew away. Ria says that it was very painful. Siddharth says relax. Why are you giving explanation? Ria says it was big and it bites me. Siddharth asks her to relax. Rambro asks Siddharth to check and says that he will go. Ria stops him and gives him the file in his hand. Siddharth looks at Ria, who is looking at Rambro madly. He asks if all is okay. Ria thinks you have spoiled our moment and asking all is okay. She says I will go and spray as there are many mosquitoes. Manish, that is the ward boy, comes to Aliyah. Aliyah says I told you on the call that Abhi is not at home. Manish says the lady is there who is claiming to be his wife. Aliyah says Pragya and says I know. She asks him to go. Manish says that Abhi is in the hospital and his condition is bad. Thank you for watching. If you like a twist like this, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like my videos and share it as well. Thank you.